Vampire survival didn't just clear the way, it created a new path. With its huge success on the market, dozens of games based on the same theme begin to appear. Some are worse, some are better, and others are even worse. How does this game do in this kind of competition? I am Uncle Bob, and I invite you to join me for a review of Shark Squad. In Shark Squad, we control creatures similar to Pokémon, each of which has its own attack that we use to defend ourselves against a massive attack by a herd of white animals. So nothing new in the genre so far. So what makes this title stand out? Well, the creatures of course. The Shardomans looks very nice. They have a lot of details, each of them has its own personality and even a described history. The graphics are very pleasant, the large, nice sprites are drawn with care, and the whole thing is very clear and colorful. We start the game with only one Shardoman, but by completing various tasks we quickly unlock more. There are 20 of them in total, divided into 5 elements. Each creature has one attack, and that is the main problem with this game. Every other level we upgrade our only skill to eliminate the opponents. Once we reach 20, nothing else happens. The upgrades themselves are also very boring. We can choose between increasing damage, attack speed and range. The situation is slightly saved by the fact, in addition to our creature, we can choose our companion to help us. These are other creatures that appear at specific times, launch a single attack and then disappear. And it is because they appear only for a moment, shoot some kind of energy, and then disappear that their weakness becomes noticeable. The additional creatures seem weak, they do something, they try their best, but there are no results. They are of marginal value to our DPS and our survival. For example, the bonus of setting enemies on fire seems okay, but the damage from burning is just 2 points, which does not scale. And when we deal 200 damage, the damage from burning is pathetic. Either our companions' attacks are too weak. They are still okay in the early stages, but later on they are just a fart. And it is their development that we focus on after level 20, development whose effects are not visible. The end result is that from level 20 onwards, it's boring and we're just waiting to get through the level or get killed. I think they need to be spiced up. They don't scale very well with the increased difficulty and the growing storm of enemies. Despite their improvements, they become less and less useful. The developers will have to balance them carefully, because unfortunately, it will be very easy to go too far in the other direction and they may become too powerful. During gameplay, we can find additional tasks on the map, such as collecting flowers, not taking damage for 20 seconds, or throwing 3 balls into the basket. In return, we receive some kind of upgrade or special coins. Coins are used to purchase permanent upgrades, typical for games of this genre. We also obtain artifacts that slightly boost some of our stats. We can only equip 2 such items at a time, which unfortunately limits our build options. These items are also unbalanced, with only 2 slots to equip them. The obvious, more beneficial choice will be to equip the one that gives us a 10% increase in critical damage chance, rather than the one that slightly increases the range of picking up experience crystals or gives us 5 health points after each level gained. The music has a slight retro feel to it. It plays cheerfully, accompanied by matching sound effects. The creators have done a good job with this aspect of the game. Overall, the content is of a good standard. The game has 8 maps, lots of artifacts, 20 creatures, with more planned. This game just needs some balancing. It would be better if there were twice as many slots for artifacts. Then you could create some more interesting combinations. Tweak our helpers a little and the game would get a higher rating from me. For now, I give it a 3 out of 5. It's a typical average game that doesn't stand out in any way except for its theme. In this genre, there are gems that shine, but this is not one of them. If you play games like this, you probably already have a favorite, and this game won't surprise you in any way. I recommend it only to those who are new to this genre, and those who have been missing a Pokémon-like team. For others, I recommend checking the list of changes in a while to see if the developers have polished their product. Then you can take a look out of curiosity. In the meantime, add it to your wishlist and keep an eye on it. That's all for today, be well!